So obviously it was nice to be able to get a win first and foremost. I thought our guys came out and actually did a nice job of having really good activity as well as sharing the basketball that led to some really simple plays and some simple shots. And I was glad we were able to be mature enough to do that and not try and complicate things. But some really good performance. Obviously Cam Ferris, shooting the ball the way that he did. Rasheem with a double-double with 10 and 10. And Khalil, obviously, his double-double as well with 17 and 10. Were some really good performances. But I thought everybody contributed. I thought everybody made plays. It was nice to get some guys like Matt Mayers some extra minutes. Nice to have Mike Green back. We put him in there for the last 5 minutes to try and help him with his, return to conditioning and things like that. But it was just nice to be able to win the game.
Questions for Coach?
Coach, having Michael Green back, he missed a lot of games early on in the season, but how big of a part is he to you, to your team, especially with his game tonight getting back in the group?
Yeah, he's a big part. He's a big part to the game. He's a big part to our team. Not having him for the last 3 was hard. Your rotations, change, and it's been hard to get some solid rotations down, right? Like Mike went out against Davidson, then Cam came back against Davidson, and then Jerron's not available for Milwaukee or for the game tonight. Brandon played some minutes versus Davidson and played some minutes against Green Bay, and then was unavailable in Milwaukee or tonight. So it just constantly being shuffled, and it's hard on them to kind of understand where their rotation will come, and it's equally as hard on the coaches to try and figure out how to create the rotation.
What do you think's been the main impact, Coach, of Cam being inserted in the starting lineup and really being able to come back from injury and really provide a spark for the offense?
Obviously, he's a fantastic shooter, and he, when he's open, I think everybody on the team has faith that it's gonna go in. And he's obviously not going to go 7 for 10 every night, and people are going to try and limit his ability to get some of those shots. And so, things that we have to continue to work with him on are, his ability to hunt some of those and find some of those, whether it's in transition, off penetration, things of that nature. I thought, like even in the Green Bay game, we showed him some clips where we thought he passed a couple up that he needs to take. And so hopefully he's starting to get understanding and get his rhythm as he understands where those shots are for him in the offense. But obviously with his ability to shoot it, it opens up driving lanes for other guys. It opens up post opportunities for other guys, and just helps the offense flow.
No matter who you're playing, Andy, what does a win do for your locker room?
Yeah, I think wins, they help in any way, shape, or form, right? And I think, with the number of bodies that we have that are new faces, I think with some of the scheduling that we faced early in the year, it's hard to continue to work when you're not seeing some success. And, we played well for stretches in games, but we haven't played well for long enough. We haven't been able to really get our legs under us, and so hopefully this could be the start of us moving in that direction.
Over your 11-year career here, we haven't really seen you run the zone defense a lot. The past 3 games you have, so what was the change, switching out the defensive sets for you, and how has it helped you guys, be better defensively?
I don't know if we're better defensively in it yet. We did it before your time, Ethan. You were probably middle school back when we first did the zone defense. And I don't know. I think in some ways it simplifies some things for us. We still have a long way to go, regardless of whatever defense we're playing, to understand some of the plays that we have to make and some of the rebounds we have to. It's just, again, we're not always embracing some of the hard things that you need to do in order to win. Whether it's the physical play, whether it's the tough rebound, whether it's the big stop, and we got to find ways to do that. But I think the zone can certainly simplify some things for some people, and allow us maybe to. Handle our rotation a little bit better, and hopefully protect the paint some, right? We've been hurt early in the year, and a lot of post-up situations. It's a little more awkward to post up a zone, and so those are some things that we're trying to figure out whether we can do this and do this at a high level.
We've seen Mayers come off the bench and really provide an impact on both ends of the floor. Do you think that he really provides a spark off the bench that the team needs?
We need him to. I think, he had a great summer. He had a great fall. I think he, got into some games and it was maybe a little bit faster than he was accustomed to, and he's got to kind of adjust to the speed of things, and he's got to continue to work. But we have high hopes for Matt. I think Matt has tremendous upside, obviously, with his length, his ability to rebound. He put up big numbers at junior college, and we need him to translate that here to Division I.
Coach, you got a quick turnaround, and so does Florida Gulf Coast. What are you anticipating for them this week when you take them on Saturday?
I haven't seen a whole lot of Florida Gulf Coast yet. I saw a little bit of them in passing against USC when they played USC, and I watched. They had a 3-team tournament down in Florida where Purdue Fort Wayne was down there, and so I was able just to check some box scores and stuff like that. But I haven't seen a ton. We'll dive into them tonight. But I know obviously Tavion Dunmartin, who's from Duquesne transfer, who's having a great season for them so far, and they have a TCU transfer in Kevin Samuel, who's a monster of a human being who plays in the middle for them. And I know they have some talented guys, so we've got to start preparing for them tomorrow. Continue to address the things that we need to get better at, and come out and fight on Saturday night.
You made some references, Andy, about playing well in spurts and thought you did something that well. How hard is it for you to really tell how good you maybe did some things when you're playing a team like this?
I think there's a standard to the way the game needs to be played, right? And there's, the game a lot of times tells you what you need to do, right? So like there was a play in the first half where Cam Ferris was open on the right side, Rasheem was bringing the ball down the right side, and Rasheem went to the left side of the floor, and just made the comment to him as he subbed out, hey, like if you have Cam and he's available on the right side, like that's the simple play, we want to make that every time. And I think 2 more times in the first half that presented itself, and he made the right play, right? So seeing some of those decisions that need to be made based on
Scenarios.
Yeah, with the scenarios, right? Or if you have the opportunity to drive downhill and get into the paint and score, like you're supposed to do that. If you're trying to do something different than that, whether it's reject the ball screen or go between your legs or do something, like that's not playing the right way. And so I thought, we kept it really, really simple. I thought we were able to find shots. I thought we were able to not overcomplicate things, which in these kind of games is critical. Because I think when you start to try and overcomplicate it, that's when you end up looking bad and not playing the way that you're supposed to play, right? And the same goes for when, we played some of the early season games where, you're playing, at Kentucky. And again, are you doing things the way they're supposed to be done? Are you in the right position? Are you executing properly? Those are the same things we try and evaluate, regardless of opponent.